Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to do a really quick tip and also just talk a little bit about goal setting. I don't know if you guys are like me, that you're well intended and you want to get a lot of things done, but sometimes you just don't get nothing done. What I found is because I haven't created a goal for myself. Just recently I went on Facebook and I asked Facebook to hold me accountable for a goal that I want to finish by the end of this coming week. So from Wednesday to Wednesday. And let me share what it is. A friend of mine sold me a little quilt that I thought was adorable. I want to give it to my niece before she has her baby. And it needs to have the bindings hand stitched on. It's already sewn on, but you know, the hand stitching. And so she gave it to me. We made a little agreement and I got it. And so let me show you. This is what the quilt looks like. It's an adorable little quilt. It's beautiful. And if I don't set a goal for myself, by the time the baby's 20 years old, she still won't have her quilt. So what I decided is I went on Facebook and I said, I want to accomplish this. I've already had it 2 weeks sitting around my house. I want to accomplish this. Can you guys hold me accountable? And do you need to accomplish something so that I can hold you accountable? So I posted a picture of it where it's not, it's not done. And then I decided today, after I posted that post, okay, I need to make this goal into small, tangible goals. One, I like and this is where the tip is coming from, I like heat basting with Elmer's glue, washable glue, heat basting the back of the binding down. I don't like using clips or any of that stuff. I like heat basting it down so that I know I have a beautiful straight seam, and I end up, when I'm hand binding it and rolling it myself, I pull too hard and then this looks kind of wonky and weird. And this way I know that it looks nice and straight, it's nice and tacked down. And also doing it this way, you end up having your miters beautiful if you do this quick tip that I'm going to share. So that was my task number one. I don't have to mess with this for the rest of the day. I'm done. But when I started doing that, after I finished this task, all of a sudden all these beautiful juices of dopamine started flooding my brain because I accomplished that task, that I ended up doing some embroidery work. I ended up doing an applique pillow. Like all of a sudden, just sitting here for, I thought it would be 10 minutes to do this and just get it done. When I sat here, I've been sitting here for a good couple hours just being creative, and just that little tiny goal that I set for myself has brought in a lot more accomplishment. So that's my word, accomplishment. So set your goals and make them small. So for me this morning, I said, okay, this is my goal for the day. I want to have this tacked down. Boom, it's done. I also, when I did it, I said, you know what, maybe I'm going to film it. That's done. Next, to get this accomplished the way I want to accomplish, now I need to get my needles together and my thread together, and I need to put it in the same location as my quilt, and that's what I have right here. I also made another goal in threading the eye of the needle of several needles, and that's my goal that I may accomplish tomorrow or later on today. And then when I start doing the hand binding, what I want to go ahead and do is I'm just going to do one side of the hand binding. That's my goal. I want to get at least one side done. After I get it done, I'm done. It's over with. What I've noticed is if I set myself small goals, I know by the time I have one side done, there's something going to happen in my brain. Of course, we call that dopamine. And you're going to start wanting to get more done because you've already done so much. And by the time I think I'm done doing the small little tiny tasks, there's a sense of motivation that comes in. And then I'm hoping that as I do this little tangible goal, that I will have it completely done before my due date, which is Wednesday next week, that I'm going to be held accountable to my Facebook group. Also, when you make goals, have accountability. Have somebody hold you responsible for accomplishing the goal. But sometimes having someone else hold you accountable makes you become more accountable to finish whatever goal it is. So set small goals, and like if you want to get healthy, just say to yourself, I'm going to go walking for 10 minutes every day. It's a small goal. It's not hard. Or I'm going to just get my tennies on and go outside for a little bit. What happens once you do those little goals, you end up doing more than you ever expected, because I just saw it for myself. I sat here and I did this little task that I did, and then let me share what I did. I ended up embroidering this beautiful little pillow sham. Isn't it beautiful? This cute little pillow sham. I ended up making another pillow sham for my applique. I made another pillow sham, and so I just planned to do this task. That's it. But as I was doing this, I said, you know what, I'm already here. Let me start embroidering this, and let me cut some fabric. While I'm embroidering, I could be ironing this. And you just start getting so much more accomplished. So set a goal, whatever it is, small and doable goal. That's why Instagram and Facebook and YouTube are so popular, and even Snapchats and all those things they found in psychology and sociology. It's because when you just post a post, it's a small tiny goal. It's not a huge goal. And so the motivation is you get that goal accomplished, and you also have that dopamine hit, and then all these people talk to you because you finished that goal. So I really do hope you like this quick tip, and I really thank you for watching, and set yourself some goals so you can get some quilts done. I want to do a quick tip. A friend of mine did this quilt for me, and I'm going to post it later. And I want to finish the binding. I set myself a goal on my Facebook group that I would have this binding done by Friday. My friend put the binding on there, so all I have to do is hand stitch the binding. So what I'm going to do, and this is what I always do when I do hand stitching or even sew binding, I get my Elmer's glue. You know, I love this glue, and I go ahead and I put the glue on the quilt. Don't be afraid, I know it looks bad. And I start to, like I did this area right here, I'm going to show you the mitered area. I'm going to start and just pull it, and then I'm going to heat baste it. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue, bunches of glue right in that corner, because I want that mitered corner to be nice and crisp. And then all these weird little threads, you could tuck them into the glue, and the glue will hold it. Do you see that mitered corner right there? My friend Melanie, she was on my YouTube video recently. She doesn't do this, and what she does is she just rolls over, hand binds, and rolls over and hand binds, which is fine. But what I found is that it's a pain in the butt, because I end up having this go kind of wavy when I'm sewing it. So I found that if I heat baste it, look how beautiful it looks. And I'm just going to go in here, and it's already tacked down for me, and I'm just going to hand stitch it, and it's already set for me. And if you could see that glue stick that I had, after a while, I know you saw it as it was obnoxious, and you're like, oh my god, what is she doing? This glue, once it heats on it, it starts, so here you see a huge giant chunk of it. Once heat comes on it, it honestly kind of just turns white, or even it disappears. You don't see it. So like here are all these little threads. I'm gonna just tuck them in there, and so they're not going to be in my way. This is also a really great way to make sure that your binding is straight. And so like if you want to do a competition quilt and you want to make sure that the binding is done right and it's nice and square, and let's say you don't like something that didn't tack right, you just well, here, this is still hot. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's say this didn't tack right and you want it to tack better, or you want it to be more square. You can literally just peel it back up, and then you can maneuver it. Put more glue if you want. And what I did the whole quilt. Here, I did the whole quilt, so it's completely done. Now I just need to get my needle and just hand stitch everything down. And like this area, it didn't miter very well. See, when you get the glue and you undo the glue, it literally is white. You don't see it anymore. It disappears. But I'm going to go ahead and put more glue here. And I'm trying to get a great mitered corner here. What I'm going to do is get my pin. If you want to do a great mitered corner, get your pin in an angle like this. pin your quilt like this. You see how I pinned it there? Pin it 90 degree, and then get your fabric to follow the pin. Just like that. And then you can remove the pin and then just heat set it. Look how beautiful it is. So I'm just showing you how I did this. Let me go up and so you can see the whole quilt. So this is the whole quilt. I did the whole quilt this way. I went ahead and heat basted everything down, and I'm just going to hand stitch it, and I don't have to have clips. I don't have to have hairpins. All that stuff that other people have told you how to do this. Honestly, Elmer's glue is awesome.